Even though Mountain Hope serves a lot of people, we're in a lot of ways a very small organization. We only have 3 people on a salaried staff position, and everything else is completed by our volunteers. We literally could not do this without the incredible gift of our volunteers helping us with every aspect of managing the organization.
Mountain Hopes is a wonderful place to volunteer because it combines special interests of horses and working with them and children.
My name is Sarah Smith and I volunteer here because I love helping the children and working with the horses.
My name is Shannon Bava. I've been here for 3 weeks. I do it because I love the horses and the kids are really fun to be with.
I'm Leanne Boggs, and I'm the program coordinator here at Mountain Hope's Therapeutic Riding Center. I work with riders and volunteers. I also am a NARA certified instructor, so I do some teaching. Mountain Hope's is a really unique place to come experience. A lot of folks bringing their unique gifts and abilities together. In any given year, Mountain Hopes will have about 180 volunteers that participate in the organization. Some of these folks come every week and others will come for one experience. Maybe they'll volunteer with us for one session. They may come for one day. But it takes about 180 to 200 volunteers annually to do what we do here at our facility. I think people come here to volunteer because they're looking for a place to invest themselves. I think that they're looking to give back to the community. Oftentimes people will come to Mountain Hope simply because they have a love of horses and they want to be close to these animals again, and they have heard about our mission and want to find out more about it. When folks approach Mountain Hopes to volunteer, they can help us out in several different ways. We have volunteer opportunities directly in our lesson program. People who help us in that way are sidewalkers and leaders. A sidewalker would support a rider alongside them as they're in the lesson. Sometimes sidewalkers are giving physical support, while other times they're providing emotional support. A leader in a lesson would be responsible for the horse. Volunteers can also participate in our organization on land management responsibilities. There's lawn care. There's lots of work to be done in the office. Feeding the horses, mucking out the stables is a big job. Scrubbing water buckets, filing, hosing down our arena. The list goes on and on.
We could not complete our riding sessions without the help of our volunteers. Often it takes 3 volunteers for every rider. So if we have a class of 3 riders, we could have upwards of 6 to 8 volunteers in that session with the 3 horses and then with myself. Orchestrating everybody to work together as a team can be a challenge, but that's where the goals are met. When we're successful in that, then we have a very successful lesson. Everybody learned new skills and worked on their goals, and it was very safe in general. Volunteers do everything from leading the horses to sidewalking to the rider, to walking beside the rider, simply to help them just understand instructions and repeat things to them. It can be hard to hear things from the middle of the arena where I'm saying things, and they will often need a person next to them just to help reiterate things and make sure they understand what they're doing and when they're supposed to be doing it. Volunteers also will just walk along beside the horse and not have to lead it necessarily, but just be there again to repeat instructions. If the rider is more independent and is working on turning and stopping their own horse, then the leader will unclip to create that area of independence and let the rider see what happens when they pull back and see what really happens if they don't pull back. And so it's an exciting adventure to have that independence increase with each time they come to ride. And the volunteers are really the heart of helping that happen, because we need to have them there to start with to create a safe ground for learning and then let them back off a little bit as we slowly gain more independence.
People find out about volunteering at Mountain Hopes through newspaper articles. They come to us oftentimes through word of mouth. And we receive a lot of volunteers through the college system. Nowadays, college students are asked to do service learning hours in the community, and so they oftentimes will approach Mountain Hopes to do their service here.
An individual can come to Mountain Hopes to volunteer without specific horse experience. We do a 2-hour training for the ongoing lesson program. If they're younger than 14 years of age, then we have a special junior volunteer program for them. But volunteers don't specifically have to have horse skills to come here and work.
Hi, I'm Clark Martin. I'm 11 years old, and I've been volunteering out at Mountain Hopes Therapeutic Riding Center for a while now. I love coming out here and helping people who can't ride on a normal basis be able to ride and spend time with horses and take care of them, because that's just something I like to do.
I'm Kat Renard. I'm 32 years old. I have only been at Mountain Hopes for 3 weeks now. This is the first session I've volunteered. I work with McKenna, and I just really enjoy working with her. I'm a horse person too, so it's really neat for me to combine my two loves, which is working with kids and working with horses.
Well, the reason I came up to Mountain Hopes is to see if it was something I wanted to do for the rest of my life, working with disabled people or not, and I would say Mountain Hopes is a great place to come up and find out if that's something you would like to do, rather than just jumping into college and taking all these classes. Come up here, volunteer, see if it's really something you want to do, because it's a lot of fun.
The staff here has been so supportive and helpful, and I recommend it as a volunteer opportunity for any of you.
So the reason I love to volunteer for Mountain Hopes is because I really enjoy working with the kids and the adults, and see their faces light up when they see the horses and they're grooming the horses, and particularly when they get on the horse and start riding. It's just very gratifying to me to see that happen. And these guys are nice too.
I think what keeps people coming back to volunteering at Mountain Hopes is the perspective that they leave with after a volunteer experience here, because you learn while you're involved in activities here that you really can make a difference, and you learn about what's important in life.
Shall we? After you, madame. I'll follow you. Good job.
It's really neat to see the kids learn quickly. I think it's really fun to watch them progress. And so in that sense, we kind of, I guess, feel like we're really helping them learn and watching them make big strides for themselves, which is cool to see.
It just makes me feel like I'm doing something to help people.
I just love it here at Mountain Hopes.
Our heart-filled gratitude goes out to them. We host a volunteer appreciation meal and event in each spring where we get a chance to honor these folks, but they really do deserve trophies every day, and if we could, we would have a celebration every day for the work that they do for us here. Without our volunteers, we would not be able to operate. We're very grateful for them.